this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Wednesday, January 6th. And today we have the Moon in Sagittarius, Venus in Sagittarius, and Saturn in Sagittarius all conjunct today. We also have all of those energies trining Uranus and squaring off with Neptune. So here's the way that I see this energy. We're moving away from idealizing partnerships based on illusion or delusion. And we're moving toward freedom of expression, authentic relationships that encourage authentic desires and authentic yearnings for something more, ascension quality relationships. Some of us fell in love. We all fall in love for many different reasons. Some of them is to establish comfort. Some of them is to establish monetary gain. And some of them is to establish emotional fulfillment. When we first fall in love with people, most of the time, or we establish any sort of bond, even if it's just a companionship, there's something that you idealize about that partnership and something that it encourages you that you want to be around more, that you want to combine your life with that person. Most of the time, this is emotionally motivated to some degree, whatever that degree is for you. So in this relationship, in this day anyway, what your mind is going to be analyzing is just how free do you feel in this relationship? You know, is this somebody that you can expand and grow and become an individual in? And more specifically, what this energy is about is moving away from codependency in relationships, dysfunctional relationships, relationships that were based on a false sense of reality, relationships that were based on poor coping methods and insecurities at the time. But now that we're in all this expansive energies, I'm noticing that there's been a lot of dissolutions in relationships. And the reason for that is because, to be quite frank with you, it has to do with the fact that we're creating unions and bonds that we're going to move forward with. And these unions and bonds are only going to be sustained if it is a relationship that promotes, positive coping methods, healthy routines, ascension quality relationships. So the positive vibration in this energy today is that, you could just be really super optimistic and enthusiastic about a relationship that's allowing you to be you. You don't have to put on a front. You don't have to wear makeup. You don't have to do up your hair every time when you're around these people. These people are more they're more interested in you as an individual, what you have to give internally as well as externally. And that's very important. It's not about creating the delusion that you are something that you're not. It's about living truly deeply authentic and finding a partner that values all of the things that make you up as an individual. That is the type of energy that you will be looking at. When you have all this beautiful Sagittarian energy, you want somebody that appreciates your goals, your dreams, your hopes, your visions. Some of you are aligning with people, and perhaps they're starting out as friends. And because that's Sagittarian energy, a lot of times they just attract a bunch of people, and they're so enthusiastic and they're so easy to be around. They often, friends turn into much more. So you could be finding that you may have a friend that you're preferring a lot more of their company with. And if that's the case, then there might be something significant in the future regarding that friendship, especially if it cultivates this need for expansion. You will find that there is a unique idea or a unique goal or a vision that you're seeing, or perhaps a different direction that's being encouraged by a union, a companion, a partnership, somebody super significant in your life that's really honestly giving you emotional motivation to move forward with this. It's almost like, anytime you want somebody to do something, you just encourage them in the direction that you want them to go. And if you're in this really wonderful, happy, sustained bond, then you're finding that they're encouraging you and it's making you want to move forward even faster. You may feel strong desire to make a drastic change or goal happen, as you're moving forward, as you're ramping up, as the energy levels are increasing, and this probably has something to do with a past goal, or a past-based relationship, maybe an old relationship, or a friend from the past reemerges, or you talk to somebody on social media, or perhaps you get stimulated by somebody from a different culture and their belief systems are so different from yours that they're causing a stirring within you to explore, their belief system, which is engaging your mind to ask yourself a bunch of questions about where your belief systems are. It's really mentally stimulating energy. The whole point of all of this is your partner's mentally stimulating, the direction that you're going is mentally stimulating, and that the emotional fulfillment that you're receiving from all of this elevated thinking is stimulating you to elevate your life in some significant way. Now, the negative vibration, of course, in all of this is this drastic change. Could be in a partnership, and this partnership may be based on desire or more pleasure seeking than actually what the relationship was truly intended to. So here's what happens. Sometimes there are two ways that we move toward change. One is through pain and one is through seeking pleasure. So for some of you, you may be initially starting out a relationship, idealizing a partner and seeking their company for the pleasure that they give you. However, that relationship won't last long because that is not elevated thinking and that is not all the Sagittarian moving forward thinking. However, it may stimulate you enough to move away from a painful relationship that is no longer serving your growth system, or is no longer serving you so that you can grow. It's energy that's stagnant at this point. There's no future in this relationship. And so what's happening is you're getting a little bit of a tasty treat dangled in front of you to ignite parts of you that I think have been sleeping for a little while. You may idealize an outcome and you need to explore further, but before taking action, you really need to make sure that you have thought everything through. Remember, this isn't the energy to be moving forward and going toward new goals, right? This is the energy where we're reassessing some of our previous goals and we're really thinking them through. This is great energy to analyze things in, because you are going to get some significant answers from various messengers, various types of stimulating energy. So don't look for messages. I would actually open my mind to what subtle messages look like. And it's really interesting. I've done a lot of research on this myself. When I'm trying to make decisions, I get messages in all kinds of ways if I'm listening. Most of the time, if I'm distracted, however, by like a media device, or I'm constantly on the phone talking to people, I'm consumed in their energy or the energy of that media device that I'm listening to, but not what the messages that I'm trying to receive. And so in this energy, if some of you are trying to make a decision, I would really limit the amount of media that's stimulating me and the outside conversations with others. And this is more introspection energy. I would think this is more wandering energy, spending time with yourself, long walks. Excellent. If some of you are working in a negative vibration and you can't seem to, you don't know the direction that you need to move, it may be helpful for you to spend some time alone. Now, The sun in Capricorn is going to be conjunct Pluto. I've been talking about this for a really long time, squaring off with Uranus. So high vibration of that energy. Perhaps a drastic change in a job or a routine in a job may challenge you to set a goal to break free from a rut. It's really important that some of you have, if you've gotten in a rut in a job and that job is no longer fulfilling and you're not getting the recognition that you deserve, it is time. You just expect that Uranus is probably going to go in there and shake, rattle, and roll the foundation of that goal. This could be your home, it could be your finances, and it could be any kind of institution or organization that you put a lot of faith and effort and that you've dedicated some of your time. Expect some extreme changes in there if this is not the direction of your life, if this is not where you're going to have long-term financial and emotional security at. In a job, a sudden change in management may make you feel like you have a better chance for advancement. This is in a positive vibration. You know, there's lots of changes going on. People are accepting new jobs, accepting new relationships, moving out of old foundations, moving on with their lives. And so there's a lot of structure changes going on. Even in our own government, we're experiencing the structure change, or the way that even the presidency, the race of the presidency is going is so drastically different than when I remember it. I've never seen a race like this. So some of the conservative viewpoints that we used to have regarding, you know, the way that we see authority figures, definitely different. So there's a lot of potential for, if you are stagnant in a job and perhaps there is a management change, maybe it could be a boss coming in or a manager coming in or you moving up, elevating some opportunity in that particular position. If that is encouraged, if that's your career life path destiny, and it always was, then believe me, you're going to be experiencing maybe some sudden changes that may be for the better. Negative vibration is a loss of a prominent authority figure may shake the structure of where you work and or your family. Lots of changes going on in family, and the way that you sought security in your family. There is a lot of changes going on in jobs right now, and they are drastic. Anytime you get the Sun and Pluto squaring off with Uranus, you're talking about, and trining Jupiter, you're talking about opportunity expansion, and sometimes in a drastic way, to shake things up, to awaken where you need to change. And it's unsettling. I'm not going to lie, some of you could be having quite the emotional struggle right now, but just know that wherever the foundation is shaky, that's where you need to strengthen it. You need to look at the good side of it. You may have a short fuse in this energy as you try to empower yourself in the midst of chaos. Some of you guys are experiencing drastic and, you know, just levels of change that is testing your ability to endure. And what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I say it to myself all the time, every time I go through a challenge. I really do say that because it does bring me a little bit of peace, knowing that I'll be stronger for whatever challenge I'm going through. Anyhow, guys, that is the energy for today. The potential of beautiful energy in amidst all of this is beautiful if you're ready to expand, explore your options, seek opportunity. If you're ready to let loose some of your inhibitions and rigid thinking and open yourself up to unlimited possibility. The key is, you know, this thinking is so expansive. I don't even think that you would understand how to push your brain in the direction you want it to go when this expansion is expanding areas that I don't think you ever thought of expanding because you had sought security there. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again tomorrow.